She's back. More than a decade into their feud, Gretchen Rossi and Tamra Judge are finally facing each other again on The Real Housewives of Orange County, and their long-awaited reunion goes way differently than you might expect. At first, anyway. As Gretchen is arriving to Katie Janella's hot pot meal arm-in-arm with Jennifer Pedranti in the above preview clip for RHOC Season 19, Episode 2 airing July 17, Tamra not so surprisingly remarks, "I might need a drink," as castmates Shannon Storms Bedore, Heather Dubrow, Gina Kirschenheiter, and Emily Simpson await some drama. In a more shocking turn of events, however, Gretchen is quick to cordially greet Tamra, who, in turn, puts on a happy face and takes the opportunity to reintroduce herself. From there, not only do the one-time sworn enemies say that it's nice to re-meet each other after 12 years, but Tamra even throws out a compliment, telling her, "You look beautiful." Gretchen isn't exactly putting her guard down amid these superficial pleasantries, though. This definitely feels like a Tamra tactic. Pretend like everything's great, make everybody laugh. Right before she strikes, she notes in a confessional, erring on the side of caution was perhaps a wise decision, as the RHOC Season 19 trailer already teased that the meal ventures back into more familiar territory, resulting in what appears to be a heated back and forth between the two. You'll have to tune in to find out exactly what happens between Gretchen and Tamra, though. Inside Gretchen Rossi's connections to the RHOC Season 19 cast, as you may recall, Gretchen and Heather are former Rock castmates. Elsewhere in the sneak peek, Emily also reminds viewers that she actually met Gretchen at her 40th birthday party, which the latter notes she remembers fondly. As Emily points out in a confessional, "My friendship with Tamra suffered when I was friendly with Gretchen because I was unaware of the conflict between them. We worked through it, but I'm not. I met Gretchen when I was going through so much with Tamra," Jen reveals in a confessional. "I slid into Gretchen's DMs. I think all I had to say was, 'Tamra SOS,' and I got a call right away." Apparently, that type of outreach became commonplace over the past 11 years. According to Gretchen, who exited Rock after 2013's Season 8, "Every new housewife always reaches out to me and asks me how to deal with Tamra. What is her usual reply? I legitimately tell them to run. Like, go the opposite direction. I could be making so much money if I started charging for the advice." Here is what to expect from Gretchen Rossi's return to Rock. Gretchen's Season 19 bio further teases that she finds herself dealing with the same old issues with Tamra. What's more, their problems are amplified when a new story from an unlikely source causes a chain reaction, forever shifting the dynamics of the friend group. Further evidence that Gretchen and Tamra's détente will be short-lived. Slade, with whom she now shares 6-year-old daughter Skylar Gray, refers to the latter as Captain Evil at one point in the trailer. Fighting aside, there will also be plenty of fun and fashion, as Gretchen hinted in a video posted to Bravo's Instagram account. "I'm excited to be back in the mix with all the ladies," she added. "I love the ladies, I'm having so much fun, and I can't wait for the season to air." Shannon, meanwhile, opened up about Gretchen's comeback during a June 2025 appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, spilling, "She's been nothing but kind to me. I think she's a wonderful addition to the show. So I'm excited to encounter Gretchen Rossi and Tamra Judge." After 12 years, the sun dipped low over Orange County, casting a golden hue across the sprawling landscape of mansions, palm trees, and the vibrant social scene that defined the area. Among the myriad of familiar faces that populated the upscale cafes and luxury boutiques, none carried the weight of anticipation quite like Gretchen Rossi. She had spent the past 12 years navigating the tumultuous waters of friendship, betrayal, and personal growth. Years that had transformed her from a cast member of a reality TV show into a woman fiercely committed to her path. Tonight was different. Tonight she was about to come face to face with someone she hadn't seen in over a decade, Tamra Judge. The last time they had exchanged words, it was under strained circumstances, filled with accusations, hurt, and unresolved feelings. Now, as Gretchen approached the elegant restaurant where they had agreed to meet, her heart fluttered with a mixture of nervousness and hope. The setting, the restaurant, was a place where many of Orange County's elite gathered, an upscale venue with shimmering chandeliers and soft jazz melodies floating through the air. Gretchen arrived early, choosing a corner table where she could observe without being overly conspicuous. She took a deep breath, straightened her posture, and tried to quell the flutter in her stomach. Minutes later, Tamra entered. Dressed impeccably, her confident stride betrayed a hint of vulnerability. Their eyes met across the room, and for a moment the world seemed to pause, the noise, the chatter, the glimmering lights all fading into the background. Gretchen rose first, her heart pounding. Tamra approached, and for a heartbeat neither spoke. Instead, they shared a look, an intricate tapestry of memories, regrets, and unspoken hopes. "The first words, Tamra," Gretchen finally said, voice steady but gentle. "It's been a long time." Tamra nodded, offering a small, tentative smile. They sat down, the air thick with unspoken words. Gretchen looked into Tamra's eyes and saw the woman who once shared her life, her joys, her struggles, her dreams. She wondered how much of that remained beneath the surface. "I've thought about this moment for years," Gretchen admitted, "about what I'd say, how I'd feel. Honestly, I wasn't sure I'd ever get the chance." Tamra's gaze softened. "Neither did I. But here we are." Unraveling the past, the conversation started cautiously, each word weighed carefully. Gretchen spoke of her journey, her growth, her triumphs, and the pain of losing a friendship she once cherished. She acknowledged her part in the misunderstandings and mistakes along the way. Tamra listened, her expression a mixture of surprise and reflection. "I'll admit," she said, "there were times I didn't handle things well. I let pride and anger get in the way. Looking back, I see how much we lost." Gretchen nodded, tears threatening to surface. "We were both young, passionate, sometimes impulsive. But I never stopped wondering if there was a way back, that maybe, just maybe, we could find common ground again." Tamra reached across the table, her hand trembling slightly before she clasped Gretchen's. "I've held on to a lot of hurt, but also a lot of memories, good ones too. I think we both needed time to grow, to understand what truly matters." A moment of vulnerability, the air grew quieter, the jazz melody providing a soothing backdrop. Gretchen took a deep breath. "I think we've both changed, learned from our mistakes. I've come to realize that some friendships are worth fighting for, even after all these years." Tamra squeezed her hand gently. "Me too. I don't want to carry the weight of the past anymore. Maybe it's time we let go of the grudges and start anew." A genuine smile broke across Gretchen's face. "I'd like that." The promise of a new beginning. As the evening progressed, they shared stories of their families, their careers, their personal shared memories, and acknowledged the pain that had kept them apart. It was a healing process, one that neither had expected to undertake that night. When they parted ways, Gretchen felt lighter than she had in years. The wounds that once seemed insurmountable had begun to heal. Tamra, too, carried a sense of closure and hope. Reflections after the reunion. In the days that followed, Gretchen and Tamra continued to communicate, gradually rebuilding their friendship on a foundation of honesty and forgiveness. The 12 years of silence had taught them the value of second chances and the importance of cherishing the relationships that truly matter. Their reunion became a symbol of resilience, a testament to the fact that even after years of misunderstanding and pain, reconciliation is possible. It was a reminder that growth, humility, and a willingness to forgive can open the door to new beginnings. Epilogue. In the end, Gretchen Rossi and Tamra Judge's face-to-face encounter was more than just a meeting. It was a renewal of trust, a celebration of personal evolution, and an affirmation that some friendships, no matter how fractured, can find their way back to the light. Their story became an inspiring chapter in their lives, one that demonstrated that sometimes the hardest conversations lead to the most meaningful reconnections.